Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Divinity Original Sin 2. I am the Alchemical Rabbit, and joining me today is my wife, Atoli.
Hello.
Atoli,
Yes.
are you ready for an epic adventure of divinity and sins that are original?
Yes.
Excellent. Also twos. There will be twos in this adventure, from what I understand.
Well, we are a pair. A duet, if you will.
Oh my god, it all works out.
It does. It does. Amazing.
The plan for this series, folks, is this is going to be a bit of a mini-series on the channel. We're going to judge interest in it, and if people really like it, we'll go for a while in it. If it just does fine, then just consider this a little bit of a preview. If you haven't already picked up Divinity Original Sin 2, then, maybe you can see if you like the game. So, we will be playing a multiplayer game, of course, because it will be the two of us.
Yay!
Peace. I'm going ahead and setting up the room. Let me go ahead and set connectivity. Friends only. LAN connection looks good. Number of slots is 2. Waiting for Atoli to connect.
Alright.
There she is. Excellent. This is definitely not the 5th time we've tried to do this. Alright.
I'm ready.
I'm ready as well. Let's get on with Divinity Original Sin Dos. Which of the 5 characters will we play? Actually,
I have some thoughts on that.
There's also a 6th. That's not even in the loading screen.
Can you actually play as him?
Play as Fane?
Yeah.
Yes. So, the options available to us are Sebel, who has the weirdest abs known to man. We have Los. We have Ifan Ben Mizd. We have Thane, the Undead. We have... Oops, we skipped around. Beast. And I'm sorry, there he is. The Red Prince. Now, before we go through customizing everything, I will be playing the Red Prince, because of course I will be. Atoli, do you know who you wish to be playing?
I'm going to be playing Los.
Alright, in that case, could you please flick off of Los for a moment?
Sure.
For those of you who are interested in their storylines, let's find out what Los has to say about her past, shall we?
I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and... worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who, or what, is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
An excellent introduction, Los. And for those of you who are familiar with Dragon Commander, you may recognize the voice actress for Scarlet.
Yes.
I am in my head canon, she is the great many greats granddaughter of Scarlet.
Yes.
Yes. I, on the other hand, will be playing the much better character, the Red Prince.
Excuse you.
Let's hear what he has to say, shall we?
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
Damn right. Just saying. Also, it's very weird how he moves around, that his very obviously plate chess piece, like, flexes and stretches. It's kind of odd.
Well, magical universe.
Mm-hmm. Now, so I will be playing the Red Prince for this Let's Play, but we need to work on some of these looks a little bit. So let's Let's get him a little more stylish. Now, see, that's a bit much. Let's go for something that makes a bold statement but is subdued. I think that works. It's got a Jurassic Park thing going on. Now we're still red, so we don't want to drift too far from that, but we want a little bit of contrast on his head fins. As any fashionista will tell you, that's a little too tacky. I think the blue works, so that's good. What?
Nothing. I'm just listening to you, like, talk about your character creation.
Yes.
I have a badass scar.
I'm sure you do. Now, for the sake of all this, we're going to do a few small edits. I will be playing as a cleric. Totally, what are you playing as?
I am going to be playing as a, what are they called? A metamorph.
A metamorph?
Because I want to turn people into chickens.
Oh, you decided to go with the metamorph. I thought you were going with the ranger.
I think I'm going to do the metamorph, because I think that we can... So, in this game, it's kind of neat, because when you meet the other named characters in it, you can actually choose what they end up being, unlike in the original one, where they just were stuck with whatever they had already been given.
Yeah, so it's like, if you wanted to be in the original Divinity, if you wanted to be a two-handed weapon wielder, well, the game threw you a character who was that, so it was kind of redundant.
Yes, and so in this one, they gave you the flexibility of like, hey, do you want to be able to change what this pre-built character's things are so that you can play it how you want to, but get all the cool dialogue options because they're named, and you get more story stuff? Cool. Well, you can also do that to your companions so that you can actually balance your party and make it more fun. So I kind of figured when we get Fane, if and when we get him, we'll just make him the thief.
Oh, we're gonna get all of them pretty quickly, so we can discuss as we get there.
But yeah, I still like the idea of turning people into chickens and then beating them with a tentacle.
That's fair. So I'll be playing...
While I have horns.
So for my character, I'll be playing the cleric, because we need a healer.
Yes.
In addition, so I'm going to do a few modifications. First thing is I'm going to take bartering off as one of my skills. Now, I have 1 level in persuasion already. I think I might go with 2.
Okay, I'm gonna remove persuasion then, because I also start with a level of that. But
okay. Do you want?
I assume you'll probably be doing most of the talking since you're the one who has the recording.
Yeah, that works.
I think I'm gonna do...
You could take telekinesis.
I could do telekinesis. I could also do... What does Lore Master do?
That's for identifying.
Okay, I don't think that's super...
So you identify items as well as NPCs.
Should I start
so
with
it is also useful for learning, like, their weaknesses and such.
That's true.
So...
I mean, I am magic, so I could do telekinesis.
Also, for this, so my starting abilities are Decaying Touch, Restoration, and Bloodsucker. We're going to go ahead and drop Bloodsucker. That just heals me when I'm standing in blood. Instead, I think we're going to go for Bloated Corpse Raising.
Nice.
I say that only because I want to raise bloated corpses. And some of these other Hydro abilities are useful, but we don't have a good combo for them yet, so we'll hold off. Other than that, that's good. Looking at talents. So, when I'm fully healed, I get a talent that gives me an extra 10% crit and 10% accuracy. I'm not sure if I actually want that. You know?
Yeah.
Escapist, Far Out Man. That's range, but I don't really have many ranged abilities. Glass Cannon, maybe. Sneaking, I'm not going to be sneaking. Ice King. Leech heals me when standing in blood. That could be good.
That might be a good one, yeah. Especially if you're doing the whole necromancery thing.
Yeah. Living Armor would be good if I was... That's good if I'm being healed, not when I'm doing healing. Mnemonic gives us 3 extra points in your memory attribute.
That could be good.
What does that do? Oh, so they cost points. So skills cost memory points to learn.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take that.
Okay.
Like, that sounds good, having an extra point of skill. Or just more skill points.
Yes. I think I'm going to take telekinesis.
Okay.
Because I kind of want thievery, but I know we're going to get somebody who can do that.
We'll make someone a thief.
Right. And then I'm taking Pet Pal, because I always find that in this game, or at least in the first one, talking to the animals was useful.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we need someone who can do that, so...
Okay.
And then I chose the tambura for my instrument.
I haven't gotten to instruments yet. I will be... So, for my tags, I'm going to take Noble. Because I'm the Red Prince, I need to be noble.
Right.
I'm not going to take Scholar,
Okay.
if it will let me undo it. It may not.
I don't think you can. I think these are
okay.
specific to your character.
Okay, I thought maybe I could switch them because they're a
actually-
different color.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe if you click down below.
Because it makes sense. He says he's a general, so I was thinking, oh, I'll take soldier.
Yes.
But no, I'm stuck with noble and scholar, so
Yeah,
we're going
and
with
mine
that.
are jester and mystic.
I will be taking cello for my instrument.
Cool.
So all these are just what sound effects occur when you do certain things.
Yes.
Alright, so with that all set up, also let's take a look at his helmet. It is, to be blunt, a ridiculous helmet.
How do you see their helmets?
You click the helmet button.
Where's the helmet button? In appearance?
It is next to your portrait, next to the button that changes your
oh,
armor.
I see. Oh my.
Honestly, I'm looking at her
I have,
screen. She
I
has
have plumage.
Yeah, I have this.
Oh, I just took off my clothes.
If you want to look at mine.
Oh, that's epic.
That is an epic looking helm.
That is pretty cool.
Also, if you ever wanted to know what a naked lizard man looked like, there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
He's weird.
Yeah, but he has no butt because he has a tail, so...
That's unfortunate. Well, I mean, I'm sure his butt's still there, it's just covered.
Alright, that's enough of that. Are you ready, Atoli?
I have confirmed my character.
Excellent. Let us
I am waiting.
begin. Larian Studios presents.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy.
There's my character.
And my character.
I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
My god.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
It's on fire.
It is on fire with... The fire doesn't quite match the rest of the animation.
It doesn't.
No.
Still looks cool, though. Still looks cool.
Does. So, we appear to be starting already captured. I blame you.
I blame you.
Well, that is just an unoriginal attempt.
Yep. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm having Baldur's Gate 2 flashbacks.
No.
And we are free. Zoom on in, take a look. Look at how glorious I look.
Nobody. Let's get our bearings.
Damn, aren't you rude?
Well, it's a nobody, so yes.
Alright, now, if we go ahead
What
and...
is this? An empty potion bottle.
So if we start, we can see there's a whole bunch of text here. Let's go ahead and run through this real quick. I am the Red Prince. I am currently collared, so my magic is currently unavailable. Now, on day 1, we are sorcerers, being transported to Fort Joy, an ancient fortress on a remote island where magisters of the Divine Order have established an internment camp. Now, to give a brief gist of what has happened in the world, I'll read a lot of text, but some of the longer stuff I'll just try to surmise. So, there was a champion of the gods, known as Lucian the Divine, champion of the seven gods and savior of Rivellon. He basically gave his life so that someone known as, I believe, the Source King would die. He was a despotic king ruling over the kingdoms with his harsh magic. And as some result, I don't know the full lore, so if... Stop clicking on things, totally.
Sorry.
So he defeated the Source King, as I understand it, But there's now his son is trying to take over everything as like Lord of the Religious Order, running everything, and he's not very good at what he does.
And he also can use Source, though, right? Like,
He
has
can.
a collar.
He is wearing a collar out publicly as a sign of no one should use Source anymore, because as we saw from the opening cutscene, using Source attracts demons.
Yes.
So what they're doing is they are gathering all Source users together, and they're shipping us off to an internment camp on some island.
Seems
And that's where we find ourselves now. You have your problems. I may or may not have had a little bit of an incident about talking to some demons about a few things. It's not really important now. And so, because of that, I need to get my kingdom back.
All right. Well, I think that's a low priority for us, as I just want to get this stupid collar off my neck.
I believe it is a high priority. It's just getting the collar off will be the first step in that journey. So let's go ahead and see what this lady has to say.
Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Ma'am, I'm over here. Please look at me.
There. Not
He
too
says no.
tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
By this room's shape, you can tell that's a Lucian-class frigate. But why?
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
My
With
God.
fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well.
Woman,
And to Source.
I am not a boy. I am the Crown Red Prince. I will be your emperor. Show some respect.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
I shall recall the power building inside myself. Ah, the stare that enthralled a demon, and unleash!
Magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
I don't think it happened.
Look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it, see? The collar's function. It neuters you, of sorts. Makes you unable to cast spells. For your own peace of mind. Yours and no one's.
Alright, you lady are rude. Now, if you have not played one of these games before, holding Alt does show you interactable... Atoli,
What?
what did you do?
I opened a door.
No, not you. I'm talking about why did you kill that guy?
I didn't kill anyone.
Then why are there dead people?
I don't know.
Gods, there's been a murder here.
That's
Oh my
something
gosh.
a guilty person would say.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Do you feel sick?
No. I'm just gonna look into the room. I don't care. I'm the Red Prince. I can go wherever the hell I want.
There's
It's
been
true.
a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
So, you'll notice throughout the game that you have some of these... You'll have some dialogue options that have things in brackets, such as this one that says Red Prince. That's related to the either the storyline of your character or the tags you took at character creation. The Red Prince is an asshole.
Yeah.
Flat out. We're gonna try... We will try and role... my choice of role-playing for him is going to be... He's been raised in those palaces and all that, and he just doesn't really know any better. So, like, he wants to be nice,
But he has a really hard time doing it.
he's just sort of he's a dick unintentionally. So, but I'm gonna try not to be... Now, wait. Always does. Does this sort of thing happen often?
You surprised? You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of? Whoever did this found a way around their collar and killed a man. Small ones this time. Thank the gods. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Alright, Magister Kodok. Kadok. How goes your conversation with the other one?
She just stares at me silently.
Her knuckles whiten around her weapon when you pass.
Yep.
Well, tell you what, you're gonna go have
No, I'll let you talk to them.
Well, you can speak to them, Atoli.
Fine, I will talk to her.
Ugly sight,
really
isn't
is.
it?
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalk followed the source that did this.
Remember to narrate, dear.
Yes. Let's see. I'm going to ask why she's letting me this close to the crime scene.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
Ooh, mirthless. There's no mirth here.
Oh,
I
man.
was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time.
Oh, I see. Well, fine. If I was asleep, then I guess I'm glad that I'm not a
Only
suspect.
Indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
I
I
refuse
tell
to answer
her that
that.
it's a trick that you haven't quite I haven't quite
Thought
mastered
as
yet.
much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open.
You
among
want me to
passengers.
spy on my
Sometimes they
other
clam up
source
in front of the
users?
uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Hmm.
What is your response?
Let's see. I would say maybe either that my price is considerably higher, or that I'm no snitch.
Your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother was no snitch. That's for sure.
She wasn't.
No.
Alright. I'm gonna say that I'm no snitch.
I get it. Wonder how you'll feel when whoever did this does it again.
Well, as long as I'm not the one dead, I don't think I'll
Whoever
care.
did this is dangerous.
Yep. Dangerous indeed.
Very. Alright, nothing I
Take
can...
anything in this room?
There's a broken source collar in here.
Oh, we probably don't want to pick that up. It's highlighted in red.
Yes. There is a poetry book, though.
Can you pick it up?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Let's see what it has to say. A woman from Driftwood, with nary a care, offered me kisses that answered my prayer. I accepted her gift, and then to my dismay, a spider she was, and I her buffet. Once feasting was over, she licked her red lips. I rose from the floor, still coming to grips. She thanked me for coming and bade her farewell. My prayer indeed answered, though still I did swell.
Whoa. Oh my.
Oh my. Just gonna drop
Hey, look,
that.
I found a helmet.
Did you?
Yeah.
Atoli.
Yeah?
That is not a helmet.
It is. It's labeled as a helmet.
That
I can
is
put it on my
that
head.
is what we in the business call a bucket.
Oh, hey, there's a sheep here.
Is there?
Bah!
You have words with the sheep. I can't understand them.
Ugh, I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep. Oh, sheep, you're so clever. I'm going to admire his wool.
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
He looks some.
He
Okay, so
doesn't like that I don't have shears.
yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
He does talk. So here's the thing: even though you have the trait, and if I talk to them by myself, I can't understand them. If you're having a conversation and I listen in, I will hear them.
Oh, okay.
So, on some rope.
Oh, these kids know me.
Ah, well, you go ahead and have a conversation with them. I'm going to continue to explore a little bit.
Okay.
So, for the sake of speed, we cannot listen to every conversation each other has.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, let's see what we have over here.
Sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Child, you should not like these collars. They're bad.
No, I found a lady rolling dice, though, and she is lacking pants.
Oh my.
She chuckled.
I mean, to each their own, I suppose.
What they'll look like.
What are you doing, ma'am?
Rolling dice.
I see.
Deciding fates.
Whose fate are you deciding exactly?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
That's refreshing.
Looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
So, if you can decide fate with dice, can you... No, I don't want to ask if she can read the future in cow entrails. That just seems insulting.
It does.
I'm just gonna take my leave.
Contemptuously.
Just a kitten in a corner, aren't we?
Well, no, but seriously, ma'am, why don't you have pants? Like, honestly. Seems inappropriate. Alright, over yonder, we have We have a conversation.
My character's a flirt.
Well, you're Scarlet's descendant, after all.
That's fair. I'm talking to Fane.
Uh-huh.
And he just, like, took my hand and, like, held it for a little while and then tugged on my flesh a little. And one of my options is pull a long face. You thought he wanted to hold hands. That's the one that has my name next to it.
Very good. I was listening to Vic and Ifon have a conversation during all that.
Oh.
So if we come over here, check this crate, we can find our first little bit of money. We find a greasy key. Let's talk to this Magister Vic.
Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
Alright, how about you, Ifon?
The scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Why did you say, oh man?
He's a character, this guy.
Who?
Fane.
I will meet him eventually. Let me finish what I am doing with this Ifon character.
Alright.
He does beckon me like a common servant. No. Let's not be rude in this circumstance. I mean, it is the correct thing to do, but it is probably not the most fortuitous.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Thank you.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction.
Don't spit at me.
Settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
So, why does this Magister suspect you of murder, Ifan?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
So, what did you do to find yourself at the mercy of a subordinate, Ifan?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
So, did you do it, Ifan? The murder?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
So, what do you know about this place, Fort Joy, Ifan?
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show.
Bishop Alexander?
Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
I'd like to meet this Alexander and show him exactly what I think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
Fair enough.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, Lizard, what's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
My name is the Red Prince!
Magister Victor
My God.
suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
I bet you're lovely.
Away with you.
Being all red and everything.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of our introduction to Divinity Original Sin 2. I have been the Alchemical Rabbit, and if you have enjoyed, please let us know what you think down in the comments. Do you want to see more of this? Is this a series that you would like to see, basically just a lot of? Or, we're going to do a week or two of this no matter what, but, just let us know what you think. Until next time, folks, please remember to like, subscribe, and to share. I have been the Alchemical Rabbit.
And this is Benetoli.
And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.